Welcome to the Greater Culture Podcast, where movement, mindset, and mastery meet. Join us as we explore the art of living fully with expert guests and real-life stories to inspire your journey. What's up, everybody? Brad Marshall here with Greater Culture for an episode of the Greater Culture Chats, and this episode is going to be all about the 2025 Open. Just finished up our third week of the Open, and athletes have been tackling these workouts over the last 3 weeks. So excited to share a little bit about my perspective on how it went from an individual perspective as well as running and managing the affiliate side of the house. And the Open is one of those really special times of year. I think it's really the highlight for CrossFit from the affiliate perspective because it's an opportunity for all athletes who are showing up day in and day out and putting in the work and doing the class workouts to celebrate their fitness. And I think it's a great opportunity to challenge themselves and see what they're capable of. They can see how they've done compared to past years. They can see how they're doing compared to some of their friends or some of their folks at other gyms. So it's a really cool opportunity that CrossFit puts on to allow affiliates and athletes to celebrate their fitness. Some can take it very competitively. Others, it's a great opportunity to sign up to get a t-shirt and throw down with your friends. And so regardless of what your goals or objectives are, there's something for everyone in the Open. Now, 2025 was a unique Open, stayed with the 3-week theme. You started to see a lot more people voicing their concerns or what their opinions are of whether they wanted to do the Open or not. And regardless of what perspective or where you sit on the fence with that one, the 2025 Open was once again just a really cool opportunity for everybody within the community to celebrate and come together. And so at Greater Culture, it was our second year of doing the Open in the commercial space, a super fun intramural Open. And from a personal perspective, it was my, I think, 7th or 8th Open. So there's always a unique perspective there when you've had a number of Opens under your belt. So here are the top 3 things for me that came to mind when I thought about my experience with the Open this year. Number 1, I personally loved the programming and the workouts. I think the workouts every year fall under a lot of scrutiny. Is it a good test? Is there enough different components within the workouts? Does it test strength? Does it test gymnastics? Does it test capacity? Is it built for short people or tall people or strong people or enduring people? And I think when you look at this 3-week test, it did hit on all those different avenues, while at the same time was very accessible for a number of folks. Kicking off week 1 with dumbbell clean and jerks and burpees and some lunges. We had a record number of people do that workout RX at our gym. Well, then the next week was a repeat with jump ropes and gymnastics and thrusters, and we closed it out with this last workout, which was a pretty spicy one of wall walks, calories, and then different barbell movements. So from a personal perspective, all of these workouts were ones that, while they hurt, I actually enjoyed doing them. Most of them, I would say I would do again down the road if they were programmed. I can't say that for all the Open workouts in the past. It also leads to the second point here, which is that I actually redid all of the workouts this year for the first time in a number of years. Wasn't really anticipating that or planning on that until after the first workout, sitting there thinking about it the day of, and just really felt like there was a lot more in the tank there, overpaced it a little bit. And I said, well, let's go ahead and test out the first workout for a second time. Went a whole lot better. And then that sort of created this pattern for weeks 2 and 3. Now, when the workouts get released, Chelsea and myself, we try and tackle those workouts either on Thursday or Friday morning. We like to record them. We like to create a video, share it with all of our communities so we can give them some tips and insights. And so there's always that opportunity to take strategies and tips from other people, put them into practice, but it's also pretty new when it comes to tackling this workout or the workouts. So here are a few things I learned about redoing the workouts is that there's really always room for improvement. The first time through, all the workouts felt like they were challenging, felt like they hurt, felt like I gave a really good effort for them. And then when I would go back and watch the tape, all of a sudden you start to notice the rest breaks that maybe were a little longer than you anticipated, the rep schemes that didn't go the way you maybe thought. And as I started to assess all of those videos, I started to see, oh, there's opportunities here to do a lot better on some of these workouts. And the first one in particular was a 30 rep improvement because really just didn't trust my fitness or what I was capable of, and kind of overpaced it. And so I think for all the athletes out there that are wondering, should I redo? Should I not redo? Do you care what your score is on the leaderboard? Do you not? There's no right or wrong answer. I've been on both sides of the fence where I've been team redo the workouts. I've been on team don't do the workouts a second time. It's a waste of time. And I think people can get really opinionated about it. My personal perspective is it's your fitness. And if you believe that there's more in the tank and you want to test yourself and see what you're capable of, there's nothing wrong with doing the workout a second time and having a different strategy. There's always really cool things you can learn about yourself, see how you respond in challenging or tough environments, and just putting yourself in the arena like that, I think is always a beneficial thing for people. So whether your team redo or not, I chose to do it this year. And the second thing I learned from redoing all these workouts is that strategy can make a huge difference in the score. It's funny when you try and listen to your coach or you listen to all these different training camps or influencers online about what their strategies are and what their tips are. It really does come down to individualizing the strategy for what will be best for you. And I think about this idea, talking with a few other coaches, of how do you plan for whatever the weakness is for you in that particular workout. And we saw that specifically in all three. They had different challenges, different movements, different pacing. And if you were off or didn't pick the right rep scheme, didn't pick the right threshold to kind of butt up against, you notice that those workouts would go sideways in a hurry. And so I think when you start to look at workouts and you're thinking strategy, it's great to see and hear what all the perspectives are from others. I think it's also important for you to start having an understanding of your own fitness and figuring out, here are my limitations, and I need to plan around my own personal limitations. And a good coach should be able to help you do that. And those tips and strategies from other people can help give you some ideas around what others might be doing or what you can expect. So pulling all those together can be really, really beneficial. For me, the second time I did workouts 1, 2, and 3, took a little bit of a different strategy approach to all of them. And I actually improved in all three workouts, which doesn't always happen. Sometimes you go for a redo and it's not there, or you don't get as good of a score as you'd like. In this case, all three redid them and ended up getting better scores. So it does tell you that there's always room for improvement. There's more in the tank, different ways you can attack workouts. Strategy can make a huge difference, especially when it comes to your score. Did my fitness change from Thursday or Friday morning to Sunday? No, but how I approached a workout did, or certain moments when you decide I'm going to rest a little bit less or something like that, can really make a huge difference. Also this year, and this was partly because of after seeing what happened in workout 1, was my score on the leaderboard for my age group was much higher than I anticipated. And so then that also played a factor. One, I wanted to see if I could personally do better in the workouts, but then two, started looking at the leaderboard, and you start to see, hey, there's a chance I could be in the top 2% or could get close to it. So why not see what I'm capable of at this age and at this stage? Body feels good, so to go for it. And so I think all those things play a factor in whether people redo workouts or not. For me, ended up redoing them, and I'm happy I did. So if you redid all the workouts out there, hopefully you did better as well. If you didn't, still a great opportunity to learn, which takes me to my third and final point from the individual perspective. If it's not fun, it's hard to keep going. After doing all the workouts once, Thursday and Friday, I find it really fun to go back and watch it and talk strategy and talk about ways we can help our members do better. That's super fun for me. It is also fun for me to then bust out my tablet and write down almost every single rep, split, rest break, and start to scrutinize it and say, can I turn this 12-second rest break into 8 seconds? Can I turn this set of reps into a different scheme that might be able to accomplish it faster? So the analytical side is something I really enjoy. And I think that's fun for me then to redo the workout and see if it's possible to take a new strategy, new approach, and test it out. That doesn't mean that the workout itself is always fun. I learned about myself, especially in the third workout, that there was a couple moments during the workout when, even though I was on pace, I wanted to quit. I was like, I don't think this is worth it. This doesn't feel good. This is not enjoyable. And when I started to feel those things, it certainly helped having Emily, my wife, and a couple other folks there cheering me on. And you kind of sit there and you're like, all right, well, I got to keep going. I can't quit because these people are here and they're cheering me on and they're watching. So community is important. Having fun's important. And realizing why you're doing something or why you're challenging yourself can be really important too. And I think all of us get into CrossFit because we want to get healthy. We want to get fit. We find fun in our own unique ways, whether it's specific workouts we enjoy, whether it's the people we enjoy, whether it's the coaching, whether it's the chance to share memes and reels that are relatable. We have fun in a lot of different ways. And the open is another extension of that. Figuring out how can you have fun in the open, whether it's doing it for the intramural team you're doing it for, whether it's fun to see where you stack up on a leaderboard, whether it's fun to see if there's movements you can do. Continue to find and challenge yourself to have fun and enjoy it. It helps walk into those workouts with 3, 2, 1, go with a lot more energy and a place of appreciation and gratitude rather than forced to or have to. So those are some of my personal individual reflections. The other side of the house is the affiliate side. As an affiliate owner, I love watching and seeing our athletes do incredible things. It really gets me fired up. I'm also really passionate about running really great events, and the Open's no different. It's an opportunity to plan, strategize, figure out ways to make everything fun and enjoyable for the members. And there's some things that CrossFit certainly helped with along the way this year. There's some things that the workouts lended themselves to, which was super helpful. So a couple of things that came to mind for me when I think about the affiliate side of the house and the work that we put in to try and make it a great experience. One, it was easy setup and execution, specifically with the workouts. Workout number one was actually super simple. All you needed was a dumbbell and 15 feet of space. So that made things from a planning and strategy perspective at the affiliate super easy, equipment wise, tape putting on the floor, having lanes, having judges, all of that made it really a smooth process. So when that workout is released, at our affiliate, we do the workouts on Saturdays. We run heats. We have judges. We have people cleaning up. We have people cleaning, helping change plates or help with equipment. So to create the logistics to make that happen was super easy, especially with week one. Week 2 and 3 got a little more complicated. We added in some barbells and some jump ropes, some pull-up bars, but still pretty doable for week 2. And then even week 3, we have a nice space for folks to do wall walks, to have the barbell and have the rower and not have anybody run into each other. I felt like that side of the house was really great from CrossFit's programming side. Nothing was too crazy with big 25-foot sections or people needing to go from a wall space to a wall ball space to a gymnastic rig to whatever. So great job there with the programming that helped affiliates have easy setup execution. The second piece here, and this ties into the personal side, is how do we have more fun and how do we make it more challenging? So we run an intramural open where people get points for doing the workout, helping to judge, dressing up in their team colors, helping to clean up, change plates, all that good stuff. So trying to make it a fun experience where it's more than just what's the number on the score sheet after the completion of it. And I think from the affiliate side, that is how you can really maximize and see the most potential out of your community, is figuring out what are those ways to make things fun and also challenging, because we know we do hard workouts day in and day out. And the open is another opportunity to do something challenging and difficult and see what people are capable of. And I think by leveraging the open for that, affiliates can really create some special moments, which takes me to number three here, which is that the open really creates this opportunity or platform for people to do some cool stuff. I mentioned at our affiliate, it felt like we had a record number of people doing RX for the first workout, which was so cool that people were able to move the dumbbell, do the burpees, do the lunges, and be able to check that box, because that can be a really meaningful thing for folks to say, hey, this workout was prescribed a certain way and I was able to accomplish it in that way. So that was a special moment. Workout two brought with it the opportunity for folks to challenge themselves with double unders, see if they've acquired that skill with a jump rope, or get a first pull up, or get a first chest to bar or muscle up. And so to see people who've been putting in work and trying to improve with some of those movements be able to execute them in this environment is really exciting, and it's super uplifting, I think, for everybody who's there to watch it and to cheer them on and to encourage them. So that was awesome. And then even in week three, the ability to do a wall walk, the ability to move a heavy barbell, or to hop on that rower and just pull for 50 calories, it was a gut check and it challenged people mentally for sure. But to have the community supporting and encouraging, the number of times where somebody might have been on a rower for the last number of calories, trying to see how many they could get before time, or doing a wall walk, or on the barbell, and everybody cheering and getting around them, it really does create some special moments. And I think when people think about the moments that matter most, there's usually some high levels of emotion involved. And that's why I think the open is a great platform for it. People are charged up, they're amped up, and they're putting themselves out there, they're challenging themselves. And now you create this environment where you've got some support, you've got encouragement, you got people cheering you on. And next thing you know, you're either accomplishing something you didn't think you could, going faster than you thought you could, getting a better score or time than you thought you might be able to do. And so those special moments are what keep people coming back. And so from the affiliate side, I very much enjoyed seeing our affiliate challenge themselves, encourage each other, push themselves, wear their team colors each week, sign up for their workouts, sign up to judge people and to help clean. It really does showcase the community aspect. And so from that perspective, I thought it was a really fun 3 weeks. A lot of work when it comes to planning and logistics and putting tape down on the floor and making sure everybody's where they need to be, and jumping in and filling in for people who need judges on times outside of uh, our registered users. And so from all of that, it is tiring, and at the same time incredibly rewarding. And so when I think about the open, so many good things that come from it. People challenging themselves, whether you've done it for the first time, the fifth time, the 10th time, there's always something new you're going to learn about yourself. Whether you care about the score you get, or you just signed up to get the t-shirt and have some fun, there's something for everyone. And I love that about the open. I love that about this year's open. And I like that the theme was we're in the open, or we're doing the open together. And I think that's a huge component to it, is regardless of whether you're looking at your individual score or not, being a part of a community, being a part of the affiliate helps make it that much better of an experience. So I would be curious, what was your perspective? What was your thoughts on the open? Did you like the workouts? Did you hate them? Did you like the community setup that you had? Did you not? What would you do differently? That was my initial thoughts and perspectives from the individual perspective as well as the affiliate side of the house. So kudos to CrossFit for helping to put out this 3-week open and give people the opportunity to showcase what they've got. Excited to see what the next stages of the year bring, along with what people do with what they learned about themselves in the open. So curious to hear what any of your perspectives are on that. Otherwise, this has been Brad Marshall for the Greater Culture Chats with the 2025 Open Reflection. Thanks for listening, and we look forward to seeing you next time.